Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. With the release of Update 15, we have seen many new additions in-game, primarily focusing around the Thargoids and the Thargoids conflict, of which are the AX Power Restore missions at ground-based settlements in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. This is where you can get out and walk around and try and do a power restore on the base. However, the Thargoids do have different ideas and have deployed many scouts and drones called Revenants to protect their newly acquired ground settlements. Yes, folks, rolling into ground settlements to do missions used to be a breeze in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. You could go in there, go all John Wick, and cap a few people and get loads of materials. Now the Thargoids have got different ideas, and it can go wrong really quickly if you haven't really got your game on. The sentient drones called the Revenant are there to really spoil your day, and these new missions, these AX Power Restore missions, can be found from certain systems that are either in invasion status. Now, here's the thing. When you go, and you can collect these usually from a outpost or from a station where the concourse has been disabled, you can collect them from inside your ship on the in-ship menu. Once you've got them from the operations tab, those AX Power Restore missions will be the next big pain for you to complete. So here I am. I have got myself a mission. I'm in my lovely Alliance, I'm going to say Challenger, I do get these ships confused, and I'm on approach to my base of choice. This particular base needs new power. We've got the power regulator. Everything's fine. We've managed to land a little ways off as to not draw too much attention from the Revenant drones that are circling around outside the area. I'm going to dismiss my ship because they seem to draw the attention of Thargoid interceptors, and a ship left on the surface is an easy target. I've got my SRV Scorpion because it's a bit more rugged than the old Scarab, and I'm off towards the base. I'm going to leave that Scarab a little bit off to the side of the base, so I don't really want it getting destroyed straight away, even though that's going to be an easy target as well. So here we are on approach to the base. So far I think I've avoided detection, but all that is going to change pretty quick. And make sure I've got my inventory item, which is going to be in the goods section all the way down. The power regulator mission, have I got it? Yes I have. Right, okay, brilliant. Let's get out. I'm already getting some beef from the Revenant, as you can see over in the top left hand side. Going to move just out the way, try and avoid their long laser beams that they're shooting, which do tend to take down personal shields really quickly. The SRV shields are not going to stand up to much of this either. So here we are, we're outside. We've left the car where it is, and we're running for the cover of the structure. Now at the moment in game, and at the time of this video, it seems to be military bases that are being guarded by the Revenant. AX power missions on other settlements don't have the Revenant there, and can be an easy way of gaining not only credits but also gaining reputation with the faction in system. So I've got my plasma cutter out, and I'm trying to avoid as much of these Revenants as I possibly can. Now, they've shot the SRV, but they haven't shot the ship yet, because the ship has been sent off into orbit. I can recall it at any time. So you can shoot the Revenant. Good old plasma-based weapons. They do a bit of injustice to the old Revenant Thargoid drones. You're still not going to survive a full-on onslaught. And as soon as they go passive again, and that's depicted obviously not by the red light, but by the nice yellowy green light, you can make your way around to the power center and cut your way in. Great stuff. Get your power tool out. You've already been given access to gain into the power center, which is access level 3. Pop that power regulator in. There it is. Confirm those items. over to the console, and of course you've got that access, and bring the power center online. Now at the time of doing this video, and it's also been reported by Frontier, that these flames seem to be resistant to the fact that you can take the atmosphere out. So I'm sure they'll fix that in good time. Now with some of these missions, you pop the regulator in and you're given something else to do. As you can see in the top right hand side, the mission reactivation points are saying, yes, pop the reactor in, bring the power online, but now copy the data from habitat at port 3. So we have to go over to the habitat and get our stuff on. It also gives you a good opportunity, if some of the items are here, to pick them up and do a little bit of looting, a little bit of gravy on top. So the flames aren't going out, we know that. That's an approved bug. Let's move on with the game. So, power is on. We should be able to move between buildings as long as we start to avoid the Thargoid Revenant. They're all looking somewhere else. This is great. We can see the hab off to the distance. I mean, if we start shooting these, they're going to get angry really quick. And the problem with shooting these Revenants is not only do they get angry and then spoil your day, but they do start swarming towards you. My advice here is that if you're going to do something like this, then do it with a building that's got 2 entrances, or 2 exits, shall we say. So they're all going to swarm around one area. I'm going to go out the other way while they're round the other side, and then make my way over to the hab, hopefully avoiding too much of a beefing from them. Well, that was the plan anyway. So here we are, we can go in here. This is the bar area. This is not what we want. And you can see their lasers do penetrate quite far in through the doorways. It does give you the option also to download any data and pick up any materials that you might find around the way. Good thing is to get some med kits and make sure, you know, once your shields go down, they're really going to spoil your day. And that laser weapon does indeed tend to cut through commander flesh quite quickly. All that being done, the atmosphere makes absolutely no difference in this area. We're going to move on to the hab area. You can see the glowing green outside the doors of the Revenant. He's woken up because I've just shot him. The plasma pistols, I think, do the best work. For some reason, the rest of the Revenant haven't swarmed towards me yet. Suits me, sir. And over to the hab. Now this is where the data port 3 is going to be. So we're going to get straight in here. Try and find data port 3. Keeping an eye on our suit power as well. What data port is that? This is data port 4. It's not what we need, but you do get cat media and some photo albums, which are really good for unlocking certain engineers. We'll wait for that to download. Right, we're off. Looking out the windows, you do get some spectacular effects. You can gauge. They can't see you for some reason, but you can see them. Right, moving on. Picking up some power. Pressing F to consume the power directly off the receptacle where it's stored. Same with the med kits. Pressing F. You can do a good bit of looting, should you want to, but you're going to find the same old stuff here. And that's one of my biggest, I wouldn't say issues or problems, but it's a little gripe that I've got. I'm going to mix some of those materials up, I would say. Keeping a good eye out for the dorms. This is data port 3. This is what we want. Settlement defense plans. Well, it obviously didn't work for this particular settlement, did it? But that's what we've got. We've got the mission stuff that we need. We can either decide to loot the rest of the base, or we can move on with our lives and get out. Either way, as long as you avoid those Thargoid Revenant, you should be okay. And that's effectively it. That's the mission. You get in, restore the power, You do whatever it is they require you to do in addition. Get the data, collect the thing, and then it's time for the butt clenching part, the real atmospheric of rushing around, to get to your ship before the Thargoid Revenant see it and then start to shoot at it, because your shields are only going to last so long. If you've engaged the Revenant as well, what's going to happen is that a Thargoid scout will turn up, and that Thargoid scout will start to refresh the Revenant. Okay, you can see they'll take my personal shields down, no end. And having to run away far enough from the Revenant to bring the ship in really is a little bit of a pain. But they seem to be activated on line of sight. If they can see you, they're going to get you. And they're using like some sort of aimbot aspect of things. I found success in situations like this by not only running away because, hell, the SRV has been destroyed, but also by hiding behind large rocks. Getting out of their line of sight. And they get bored and off they go. Now, we're coming up on some rather large rocks. That suits me fine. We're going to see if we can get behind some of them, crouch, and effectively see if we can just hide from them. As things stand, things are not looking too good for me. So here, using the terrain to your advantage, as you can see, I was able to get out of the way, which was great. There's a nice big rock to hide behind. Perfect. Perhaps I should have hidden the SRV behind that. But then you got to think, well, how am I going to get in? Am I going to walk in there? I'm definitely going to get shot. I think the ideas of driving the SRV directly towards the base, then parking up and thinking that it's going to be destroyed and resigning yourself to the fact that you're going to lose your SRV is a good way of doing things. That way then you're then allowed to recall your ship without too much aggravation. Where this goes horribly wrong is if there's a Thargoid interceptor in the sky, because it will just pummel your ship straight off the bat. You can see even at range now the Thargoid Revenants are having a go at the ship. It needs to get its landing gear down. I need to get on there quick, and I need to make my exit pretty quick. So the ship's coming down, shields are holding, this is great, and we are away. I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for watching this video on how to successfully do a Thargoid AX power restore mission and to avoid Revenant. Well, there wasn't much avoiding going on, was there, to be perfectly honest, but I did complete one. See you soon.